The AI component, I'm not quite sure how that fits quite in yet. Is that on the active side, or does that work itself into the robo side?
I think the industry is trying to figure out how these new technologies can be applied to the investment process in general. What our point of view is that it's more about being RoboCop rather than Terminator. It's about augmenting rather than replacing, right? So what we find is a successful application of artificial intelligence is to find anomalies in the market and then hand it over to the human individual to judge what is happening in that situation. So we can augment intelligence, make you more effective, have your focus be more intelligently applied to unfolding situations, not dissimilar to what news services do.
How do you divide up the task, though? Because when you think about the human element here, I mean, there's so much data that's available there right now, and you could argue you want to use AI to cut through all of that. Where does the human element come into play?
So the human element comes into play where you use your AI to find the information in the data, present that to the human, and then have the human understand the unfolding situation. Because listen, what's happening in the market is that there's a human on the other side. And the trader is trying to infer, is that person trading with informed information, good information, or are they simply being clumsy, leaving a footprint in the market? Is this an opportunity or is it a risk? And really, only a human can make that judgment right now.
But don't these two things crash at a certain point, and at a certain inflection point? Human emotion can say, this is ridiculous. I've never seen this sort of thing happen before. We can't let it drop anymore. We can't. It's going to turn around if we wait any longer, or something like that. God, I sound like a movie script or something like that. I mean, doesn't human emotion actually interfere with the process? Because if you're programming something in and you're using as much historical evidence as possible, as much historical experience, aren't you supposed to sit back and let it do the job for you and not interfere? I mean, basically it's like taking the steering wheel and turning it when it wants to go the other way to save you from making your own mistake.
Yeah, I mean, the sort of bias in the data sets that we use to train AIs is a major problem, and everybody has to be very aware of that. And we've had some pretty high-profile examples of where that's gone wrong when, say, chatbots have been trained on large corpuses of information that have political biases or racial biases, and that's obviously something that people are becoming more aware of. But in terms of what I think you're referring to is, do you want to be entirely systematic? Well, the fact is that in the face of changing macroeconomic environments and political environments, we need humans to sort of understand that risk and interpret our appetite for risk as clients of those asset managers and investment processes.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.